Hello, my dear students. How are you all today? I hope you all are doing well by the grace of Almighty. I am also fine. In our previous class, we were discussing about different types of poems, different sorts of poems. So, today I am again present before you with another poem, and today the name of the poem is, today we will discuss, I am going to tell you about the poem Blow, Blow the Winter Wind. Blow, Blow the Winter Wind. My dear students, let's see in the board. Today we will discuss about, today I would like to discuss about the poem Blow, Blow the Winter Wind. Blow, Blow the Winter Wind. some of us, call the poem by the name Love and Friendship. Love and Friendship. My dear students, we all know that love and friendship are two important demands of human life. Actually, human lives become unlivable in their absence, but we know that love and friendships are very important part of our life. But in our real society, true love and friendship is very difficult to find. Here in the poem, we will see that the poet laments for the absence of true love and friendship in human life. So before going to our main discussion, I would like to tell you the background of the poem. I would like to tell you the background of the poem in order to understand the context. In order to understand the poem, I would like to tell you the background of the poem. So let's enjoy. Let's hear the background of the poem. The poem Blow Blow the Winter Wind has been taken from a play, from a Shakespearean play, and the name of the play is As You Like It. As You Like It. The poem has been taken from As You Like It. It's a Shakespearean play, and it is taken from Act 2, Scene 7. Act 2, Scene 7. So, we all know about Shakespeare, the greatest dramatist of all ages. The greatest dramatist of all ages, and William Shakespeare is mostly known for writing the plays, and although As You Like It is one of them. As You Like It, the main theme of the play is love at first sight. Here, 4 or 5 couples who fell in love at their first sights, and in the poem, it is actually not a poem. It is a song. It is a song in the play. As You Like It, in the play, we can see that there are two brothers. There are two brothers in the play. We can see two brothers. One is one is Duke Senior. The former is, and the another is Duke here in the history of the play As You Like It, we find two brothers. One is Duke Senior. He is the youngest one. He is the eldest, and Duke Frederick, the younger brother of Duke Senior. Duke Senior is the legally Duke. Duke Senior is the legally Duke, but Duke Frederick, he want to have the throne. Frederick want to have the throne, and so what does Duke Frederick do is that he makes a plot against his elder brother Duke Senior, and at one point Duke Frederick banished Duke Senior from the court, from the palace, and Duke Senior took shelter. Duke Senior took shelter. He reached to the forest. That means forest of Arden. Forest Forest of Arden. Duke Senior raced to the Forest of Arden. There is controversy where the Forest of Arden is. Some of us tell that the Forest of Arden is in France, and some of us tell that it is in England. Whether whether the forest may be, that is not important to us. We have to know the exact story. So Duke Senior was when Duke Senior was in the palace, uh, he was attended by so many servants. He led a very luxurious life. But when Duke Senior reached Forest of Arden, we all know that in the forest sometimes the sometimes NASA assumes a terrible forms. It is not very easy to live in the forest. But Duke Senior was not unhappy at all. Though the Duke Senior was living in the forest, he was not unhappy at all being in the forest, living in the forest, because he thought that Duke Senior thinks that he is free from the jealousy, the hatred, the conspiracy, political anarchy, uh, which is full of in the court life. But in the forest there is no anarchy, there is no criticism, there is no plot, only the hostile environment, the hostile nature. So he was very much pleased living in the forest. When he was banished from the court life, from the court, some of his favorite senator followed him. Some of his favorite senator followed him, and Aminis. Let me write down the name Aminis. Aminis, one of the lot who chose to follow, who chose to accompany Duke Senior. Aminis, who is a musician also. Aminis was a musician. He was with the Duke Senior, and Aminis, sang the song. Aminis sang the song, Blow, Blow the Winter Wind, before Duke Senior's courts. Aminis songs the very song. Aminis sings the very song, Blow, Blow the Winter Wind, before Duke Senior. Now, let me come to the poem. I would like to go to the poem line by line. I would like to go to the poem line by line. Let me write down the lines of the poems. Uh, blow, 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 thou. My dear students, I have written the lines, not the sentence. I have written on the board the lines of the very first stanza of the poem. If you open the book, open your new book, new version, unit 7, lesson 2, you can see the poem. I have written the lines of the poem, not the sentences. Lines of the poem. So now I would like to explain it before you. But students, blow, blow the winter wind. Here in the very line, the poet invites, the poet addresses the winter wind as if the winter wind, as if the winter wind could hear his invitation, hear his voice. We find a personification here. We find we know a literary term. We know a literary term, figure of speech, personification. Let me say something about personification. Personification is a literary term. We can also call it a figure of speech. That means animate and inanimate objects, or we can say it in easy language, give life of a lifeless objects. Here winter wind, we know that winter wind cannot hear, but the poet invites him in such a way that as if the winter wind could hear the sound of the poet. The poet in the very line invites the winter wind to blow as much hard as it likes, because the poet can hear, the poet can bear, the poet can tolerate when the winter wind blows. We all know that the winter wind is very harsh, and when it blows, it is very difficult to tolerate. But we can tolerate the winter wind. But because thou art, here thou means you. You know the poem was written about 400 years ago. Here thou means you, and art means are. You are not so unkind as man's ingratitude. The poet, here has made a comparison between the winter wind to man's ingratitude, and in this comparison he has shown that he can tolerate the winter wind when it blows, but he cannot tolerate man's ingratitude, because the tooth of the winter wind, is not so keen. It is not so keen because thou art. You are not seen. When the winter wind blows, the poet can't see it. Although thy breath be rude. In the first stanza, we can see that the poet describes, the poet has presented a comparison between the winter wind and man's ingratitude. Again, in the second stanza, let me write down the second stanza. My students, thank you very much for giving me a time to write down the second stanza of the poem. I have told you earlier that there are three stanzas in the poem, and we have already described the first stanza, and this is the second stanza. Hey ho, sing hey ho, unto the green holy. Hey ho, sing hey ho, unto the green holy. Most friendship is feigning, most loving mere folly. Most friendship is feigning, most loving mere folly. Then heyo the holy, this life is most jolly. Heyo, sing heyo. This very word does not bear any special meaning. It has been used here to, to express his enjoyment, express his exuberance. The poet want to enjoy the life in the forest, want to enjoy the life in the forest, forgetting the court life. So he invites all, he asks all to enjoy life as much as possible. Heyo, sing heyo, unto the green holy. That means unto the green holy means in the under the forest, in the deep forest, green forest. Most friendship is feigning. This is the key. This is the plot or key theme of the very play as you like it. Most friendship is feigning. We all know, we all want to have love, and we are want to make friendship, but we know that true friend is very difficult to have. True friend is very rare, and most of the friendship is feigning. That means false. And most loving mere folly. Most loving is stupidity. True love and friendship is very difficult to find. Then heyo the holy, the life is most jolly. The poet says all to enjoy life as much as they can. In this stanza, he has presented before you that most friendship and most loving is holy. So in the forest you can enjoy your life as much as you can. Now the third stanza of the poem. The third stanza of the poem, or the last stanza, phrase thou bitter sky. Phrase thou bitter sky, that dost not bite so nigh as benefits forward. Though thou the waters or the sting is not so sharp as friends remember not. Now, my dear students, we can again see that the poet has used a personification, bitter sky, bitter sky. The poet invites, the poet addresses the bitter sky to freeze that does not bite so nice. When we know that when the sky freeze, the sky freeze, it rains. When the rains fall upon us, we feel pains, but this pains does not bite so nice as benefits for goods. As benefits for goods. Here, the bite of the sky has been compared with benefits for goods, with the benefits of friends. If you help anyone, and if he harms you, if he does not remember the benefit of you, and if he deceives you, it is very difficult to tolerate, it is very difficult to bear. So here in the very line of the poet has made a comparison between the bitter sky and the benefits of a friend. Here he can tolerate, he can bear when when the rains bite, but he cannot tolerate when a friend forgets the benefit of another friend. Though thou the waters of though the sky makes the water of the streams into ice, thy sting is not so sharp. When the bitter sky bite, when the water bites, it does not it does not bite so sharp as friend remembered not. When a friend forgets his friends, it is very difficult to bear, it is very difficult to tolerate. So in the last line, hey ho, sing hey ho unto the green holy, the quote line, friends does not remember his friend, the people benefits forgets, and man is ingratitude. But in the forest life, what can we see? In the forest life, there is no jealousy, there is no remembrance, there is no forgetfulness, there is no betrayal. So the king, the poet enjoys the forest lives. Now, you know that in your first paper English question, you are given first types of poem, and you are asked to write the theme. In question number 11, you are asked to write the theme of the poem. You are given a poem, and you are asked to write the theme. So I would like to write the theme of this poem that you have to write in your question paper. You are given a poem. My friend, let's see how the themes of the poem will be. Blow, blow the winter wind. Theme: the bitterness of human ingratitude. The bitterness of human ingratitude has been depicted as the main theme of the poem. The bitterness of human ingratitude has been depicted as the main theme of the poem. According to the poet, winter is harsh, and we all know it. Winter is harsh, difficult to bear, but the harshness of winter wind is not so bitter as man's ingratitude. Though winter is harsh, but we can tolerate it. But we cannot tolerate the ingratitude of man. Poet's heart aches when he addresses the winter wind to blow as much hard as it likes, because to him the harshness and sharp attack of winter wind is more tolerable than human ingratitude. Here the very last line hits the main theme of the poem and the main theme of the very play also. Here the poet laments for laments for the absence of true love and friendship in human life. The poet laments for the absence of true love and friendship in human life. My dear students, I have conducted 2 classes on themes. In the next class, I will be present before you with another poem. Till then, thank you very much. Thank you.